Thank you, Ariel. Thank everyone for coming to show some love. One second. Radelle. And for me, a.k.a. Mama San! Because for as good of a cook as she was, we ate hibachi about once a week, and that's what the familiar chef would erupt with every time we walked in there. Mama San! Every time. 1,372. The population of Ellijay, Georgia, circa 1970. The small mountain town remained a refuge for Mama San, and I won't call her that the whole time, throughout her life, and provided her with a foundational grit that was a cornerstone of the mom, the daughter, the sister, the aunt, the friend, the wife, both traditional and common law. Then we all came to love. It's a little surprise that a town of 1,300 people in the middle of the mountains would not be enough to fulfill that ball of fire. Charleston in the late 1970s and throughout the 80s, I'm sure, was quite attractive because it provided a small town feel and about as many shenanigans as you could handle. I'm not certain if BBT's was Radelle's first job in town, but it was certainly one of the most pivotal as it pertains to the future growth of the fun-loving, wonderful, expanding jigsaw puzzle family we grew up with and know today. You see, for Dad, BBT's was one of about 3,237 favorite stomping grounds in the Low Country. I'm certain that it took him all of about 2.5 seconds to notice this brand new to Charleston Georgia Peach firecracker with equaling looks as attitude. I've heard countless amazing, fun, sometimes unbelievable, and I'm sorry, what did you say happened stories during this era? Most of which I would have to use my dad's favorite word, allegedly, to recount today. So I will leave it to some of the people in this room's memories and to the others' imagination. But I will say this. Not even the excitement and temptation of allegedly making out with Patrick Swayze during the filming of The North and the South could Radelle resist the... okay, confirmation.
Mom made out with him, so she won.
Yeah, all right. So maybe it's not alleged. Y'all don't have to confirm or deny anything else I have to say either. There's more. However, at that time, even Patrick Swayze, she could not resist the charming Tom Selleck-esque mustache sporting, Don Johnson flowing mudflap, snake or fish skin, depending on occasion, wearing loafers, get off your high horse polo, blinding gold bling accessories, Mr. Fun of the Town, alleged bad boy. No, Ric Flair, never been to BBT's. Radelle fell head over heels for the one, the only, Mr. Curtis Mitchell. Which at the time, I'm sure was a little dicey, Mom. However, provided to be the best thing that ever happened for any of us.
That's right. That's true.
It did. We're all friends. They were back then. We family, that's right. Southern style. I was about 5 at the time, and not long after, my little sister Kira was born, and soon to be followed by Crystal joining Sarah and I. And then Bubba even later. We get a jigsaw, y'all. It's fun. Man, I can't see. Logistics could not have worked out much better, with Dad and Radelle living on one end of Sullivan's Island, and Mom and Charlie living on the other end. Sarah and I would literally bounce back and forth at any given time. I recognize look at me in the face right now. All right, thank you. I recognize that this is much of a rewarding, well-rounding, and character-building era of my life because of the true...
You got this. You got it.
Shit, right here, all right? Keep it right here. Come on. I recognize this as such a rewarding, well-rounding, and character-building era of my life because of the true dichotomy we were privileged of having. On one end of the island, it was racquetball and board games. And the other end, it was go fast boats and adventurous travel. I'll let y'all figure out which was which. One thing that was common was that no matter which end of the island, yeah, this one sucks. No matter which end of the island we were on,
You got it.
Go!
you are not helping me right now. I'm going to turn this way. Y'all aren't going to help me much either, believe me.
Move it!
One thing that was common was that no matter which end of the island we were on, there was always plenty of love.
And there still is.
No matter what, us kids were a center point. Through it all, like I said, everyone got along and provided us with a uniquely amazing life. I look back and laugh, remembering the time that Sarah would walk back into Mom's after a weekend at Dad and Radelle's with crimped hair, big old long press-on nails, and head-to-toe leopard print. And there's a picture over there to prove it. Head to toe. We'd have a good laugh, and it was fun. Radelle epitomized and owned every second of the flash and glam of the 1980s. It was so much fun. I can remember 2 years straight that if her little crimper thing, whatever you call it, could get around it, it was damn sure getting rhinestone. It really didn't matter what it was. You felt like you were twinkle, twinkle, little star in our house. And back then, they referred to sunscreen as copper tone tanning oil. Which I think Mom and Radelle sold together on the beach. Yes. One big happy family. For some odd reason, it took me a long time to figure out why on earth my stepmom absolutely loved and would talk amazing smack, battling us in pinball, Nintendo, and late-night Monopoly marathons.
What?
Also, it didn't occur to me until much later in life why my friends would beg to come over to our pool and swim. Well, on one hand, Radelle was about 29 at the time, and on the other hand, she would lay by the pool with her friends in a thong. One day by that same pool, a young Kira fell in. I heard the splash from my room just next door off the porch and quickly jumped in. Before I could even blink, I looked up to a screen door literally busting off the hinges, and in full stride, Radelle came leaping over the balcony, landed about 12 feet below, grasping Kira in my arms like Super Mama Bear. One hand, I swear to God. Boom, the door came flying up. You were supposed to be watching Kira.
Yeah, you were.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
She was also
She
like
did.
9 months pregnant
Right.
and had to pee.
Yes, ma'am.
8.5 months pregnant, and I was waddling.
All right, we all get a pass. She lived.
I did live.
She did. We all live, yeah.
I'm only blind in
One hand hit that rail, and I swear I looked at it, and she flying over the top. Yes.
And jumped right over it, down to the balcony.
12 feet.
Not
Didn't
into
blink.
the pool.
Concrete.
Onto the concrete, by the way. Oh, man, fun. We always remained close over the years, even as I grew up, moved away, and had babies of my own. There's one right there. And as she moved as well and made a wonderful new life with Jody and her Florida family, Radelle truly loved Jody and really loved and found her place in Florida, riding airboats, watching shuttle launches, and lobstering in the Keys. I love to randomly call her with some goofy story about the kids, Knucklehead right here, and Birdie McQueen behind me, or I call her with some silly, stupid accent, and she would cackle and howl in that southern twang voice that she had, and just say, "Oh, you're so crazy," and just laugh. I did it every time just for that. More now than ever,
Come on, you can do it.
More now than ever, when a certain song by Prince, Springsteen, and undoubtedly Red Red Wine plays, I'm instantaneously flooded.
You got it.
Damn right. I'm instantaneously flooded with fond memories and the echoing of Mama San's uniquely hers twangy voice and laughter bouncing around in my head. As difficult as it was to lose Radelle, oh, you're gonna give me a second. That's gonna suck. As difficult as it was to lose Radelle, I have.
Come on.
All right. Would you tell me another joke about my hair?
Okay, I will.
I know. All right. As difficult as it was to lose Radelle, I have a lifetime of memories to play in my head. My heart truly goes out.
Come
to
on.
my little sisters. I'm gonna make it hard for all of us. How about that? Thank you. Because I feel they lost so much more. They were so close with their mom. She was their confidant, cheerleader, and critic. She was one. Now this is all directed to you, Dad. She was one that told you exactly how it was. Whether it was, I'm proud of you, or you really fucked up this time. And that's verbatim. Radelle let you know exactly what she was thinking and where you stood. I'm certain it's still surreal and blurry for the girls, but I see enough of Radelle in both of them, really all three of you, that I know a piece of their lives, a piece of her life lives on. All right. Almost made this. So let's all raise a glass to honor one of our favorite people who today would say, thanks for celebrating with fond memories instead of just under some random old damn steeple. Cheers. We love you, Mama San.